We come from all corners, from all histories and experiences. And even though there are unique customs, new favorite foods, and new languages, the SEC is not really where you go away to college. It's where you come home. Because here, it just means more.
At the end of the day, there's nothing better than a glass of wine, especially that first sip. The taste is so important, and wine just doesn't taste as good a day after it's been opened. What if you didn't actually have to open the bottle at all? With my Coravin, I never need to pull the cork. I simply insert the needle, tip, and pour. The cork reseals to preserve the rest of the bottle for months or even years. At home, relaxing with a glass of wine or entertaining friends, just insert, tip, and pour. Buy Coravin at these fine retailers.
This holiday, what are you going to give? Give 30 more seconds on your Peloton. Give it your best morning, noon, or night. Give it up for New York's best instructors live. Give them something to see. Give yourself 1,000 other riders to push you to the top. Give them the one thing that will make them give it all. This holiday, give the gift of Peloton.
And welcome back to ESPN's Holiday Hoops presented by Zales. Gorgeous night here in Columbia, Missouri, as it's the SEC on ESPN. Well, Kevin Puryear told you that one of his favorite shows is Stranger Things. Well, the stat sheet is kind of a stranger item right now. The numbers are I don't know, interesting is a good word, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of odd to look at a ball game right now. If you're Missouri and that staff, and Coach Martin says to his staff, what do you guys think? The answer is, Coach, we're in trouble.
Right.
We're in trouble because are we going to keep shooting the ball at this high of a rate, 66% overall, 66% from three, and 92% from the free throw line? I don't think we can. But we also are concerned because we've turned it over 11 times. If you're Stephen F. Austin, you don't change anything. You keep playing and doing what you do, and you trust that those shooting numbers from Missouri are going to just come back down to normal, and you're in good shape.
Missouri averages 14 turnovers per game. They have 11 in the first half. Tillman had a couple of fouls. He sat for most of the first half, and boy, you can tell he's got fresh legs.
Dave, how good were his feet right there for a young kid to catch it, spin, not travel, and get to the other side of the rim with a flush?
He has got some talent in that body, and he's just a freshman. Gilmore hits the iron a few times before dropping through the cylinder.
But at least Missouri on that occasion kept their chest on the offensive player and made him finish over length.
Remember, this Stephen F. Austin team was down 14 in the first half. The LSU came back to win at the buzzer. They were down by as many as 12 as Barnett buries another three. This team is now 9 out of 13. They average 10 a game.
They went to their double up pop action. Two bigs, double up. They pop one big and a quick reversal to the weak side for the shooter.
An offensive foul against Stephen F. Austin.
Barnett really shoots a pretty shot. And it's a repeatable shot that's so easy. Watch the feet at 23. Boom, the skip, the two-footed stop. He gets his feet right under his shoulder, so he's a powerful guy going up at the rim.
Timeout on the floor. Back in a moment. Missouri up 11.
USC, Ohio State, December 29th at 8:30 on ESPN.
May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation.
Long live Spirit. And long live the trucks that take on whatever the season brings. Ram, proven to last.
Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on 2017 Ram 1500 models.
Each day, Justin chooses to walk. At work and after work. He does it all with Dr. Scholl's. Only Dr. Scholl's has massaging gel insoles that provide all-day comfort to keep him feeling more energized. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
He once saved 2 birds with 1 stone, and he once drove 8 hours in a sidecar just to get to a game. He is Rob Riggle. the most interesting fan of college football.
That me?
Stay thirsty, mis amigos.
At Jared, we turn feelings into jewelry. Jewelry that tells her she's the best thing that's ever happened to you in a way that goes beyond words. It could be a piece jewelry designers created just for Jared, or a piece we custom made just for you. Because we're more than a store that sells beautiful jewelry. We are jewelers. The one unique gift that tells her exactly how you feel. That's why he went to Jared.
Shave butter by Dollar Shave Club. It's going to change your life. Well, the shave part of your life. Try shave butter and a razor at dollarshaveclub.com.
Well, next Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, SEC record holder for touchdown passes, Drew Lock, and the Missouri Tigers take their 6-game winning streak into the Academy Sports and Outdoors Texas Bowl against the Texas Longhorns. 9 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. Texas will look for a little home cooking as they hope to slow down this Tigers' explosive offense. Drew Lock, his numbers. You look at Texas quarterback situation, boy, he just shatters what those two combined have done.
Yeah, those two guys aren't even half as productive as what the guy on the left is, Drew Lock. And what a job by Barry Odom this year at Missouri, because at one point, Missouri was 1-5. He could have lost his team, lost his belief, lost his locker room, lost his leadership. No, he held that thing together, and they rattled off 6 straight wins, and now they're in a bowl game. That's not easy to do now as a coach. Terrific job.
Look at the scores in that 6-game win streak. 68-21, 52-12, 45-16, 50-17. They're just blowing people out. Let's see if they can do that to Texas or will the Longhorns get refocused. That'll be coming your way, by the way, next Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN.
Dave Conzo's team in the first half took 12 3-point shots. They only took 9 2-point shots. That's out of balance for their offense. And I think Conzo's going to try to get this ball established around the rim the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half.
Harris can't get the layup to go down. Harris, free throw line. Got it.
That was a great stop. A great stop. That free throw line you have to treat like a yield sign, okay, as a point guard. And you get there and you read, what is the traffic telling me to do? The traffic told him to stop and elevate for the 15-footer.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Push the ball. What's the defense telling me to do at the free throw line? The defense says this thing is bottled up, pull up, and knock it down. Very well done. That is controlling your speed as well as you can for a young point guard.
And you've talked about it. Sometimes he gets a little too fast.
Yeah.
And a foul against Missouri. That one will go against Jordan Barnett. That'll be his first. Where will Stephen F. Austin go for points right now? You got to find Holyfield somehow, get him more involved?
Yeah, Holyfield, 22 in purple and 1 in purple are the guys. They're both averaging 15, 16 points a game. Let's give the ball right now, can get his own shot and go by it. Holyfield needs some help out of the offense.
Here's Connect. Gets a little screen from Holyfield. There is Holyfield, got the rebound to put back.
And he deserved to get the 2 points because you're right. He kind of held off his defender to let Connect get to the rim. And because he was holding off his defender, he automatically had inside offensive rebound position. Very well done.
Big screen by Tillman. Kick it out to Robertson. Can they make another 3? In and out. That one is kicked, literally kicked out of bounds. It'll belong to Stephen F. Austin.
There you see Holyfield carving out space for Connect to drive through, and then the good hands of Holyfield. He's a very good player. And he's got a chance to be the all-time leading shot blocker and rebounder in Stephen F. Austin history. They can make a run at the scoring lead as well.
Connect, guarded by Harris. Together, Harris on the floor now. Draws a foul on Jonte Porter.
Kyle Keller got exactly what he wanted. He ran some offense to make Missouri switch it. And as soon as Porter got switched out on #1 in purple, he told #1 in purple, attack the hip. Well done.
Now Keller in his second year coaching the Lumberjacks, was an assistant at Texas A&M with Billy Kennedy before getting this job.
Staff at Kansas with Bill Self, Oklahoma State with Eddie Sutton.
Harris, pull-up three guy.
See how he paused? He didn't catch it and just automatically elevated into a shot. He caught it, paused, kind of lulled the defender into sleep. Boom! Then he explodes into it.
Alley-oop. Perfectly done. Give it to Jordan Barnett.
Another great pass at the rim. This one's from Harris. He had to pick it up off the ground and throw it from below waist level. That's a very difficult pass from the angle that he was throwing from. But again, you want to throw that thing about 2 feet either side of the rim to where the rim run's coming from. And Barnett just explodes and sends it down.
Season high 22 for Barnett.
They need all of them, don't they?
Yes, they do.
He can't stop at 22. I'll say that. He better keep pushing towards that 30-point mark.
There's Gilmore. Lost the handle. Harris. He comes out of the pack with it. Boy, it's a 4-on-1. They'll pull up for three. Got it! Robertson.
I would check it because I think it was a 2. Robertson ran himself on top of the three-point line instead of outside the three-point line.
That's a 3 off the back of the iron.
They signaled a 3, but they pointed to the table. I think they'll check it. And in my live vision, it looked like a 2 to me.
Either way, double-figure lead for Missouri and a foul on Robertson as Harris will head to the free throw line for 3 free throws. But here's that last bucket. Was it a 2? Was it a 3?
Oh, and what's the opposite of live vision, by the way? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Football has been wonderful for our family. I have 3 sons. They're all grown men now. It taught them the life lessons that they'll carry through their whole lives. We've had so many great experiences, and it's taught us so much. I'd recommend it without a second guess. But you can't be afraid because they might get hurt. I just love the game. I love to watch the game. I'm Pam Martin, and I'm a football mom.
Goodbyes are never easy, but when you're born to assist, you can't close one door without first opening another.
You found me a new State Farm agent? Think of it. That's my last assist. We miss you, man.
Turn up your swagger game with One-A-Day Men's. A complete multivitamin with key nutrients plus B vitamins for heart health. Your One-A-Day is showing.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about family tradition. My favorite family tradition? Exchanging gifts. It allows me to showcase my range as an actor. What could this be? You shouldn't have. I love it. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
Your projects have met their match. Introducing the Work Switch Driver. With 2 rotating chucks, you can switch between bits in a second and get your projects done twice as fast. Say goodbye to all the hassle of an ordinary drill. Switch in a second from drilling to driving, Phillips to flat, drill bit to paddle bit, screwdriver to socket. Power through your projects faster and easier with the most innovative drill driver available, the Work Switch Driver. Get yours today.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by One-A-Day Men's and Women's.
Hey, Friday, we'll bring another star-studded NBA doubleheader to tip off your weekend. 8 o'clock Eastern, DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers are in H-Town to take on James Harden and Chris Paul and the streaking Rockets, who have won 13 straight. Speaking of winning streaks, how about the Warriors? They have won 8 straight. They'll take on Lonzo and the Lakers after the Clippers and the Rockets. It's a great night of NBA hoops. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. That is Friday night. Some great NBA basketball.
Look at Cassius Robertson. He is shooting lights out, not only this season, but especially tonight. Interesting, his first year at Canisius, he redshirted and completely restructured his shot. Spent hours and hours and hours in the gym and would film himself and break it down, would actually go back to his dorm and journal about his shot, about what felt right and what didn't. And that's how you become a great shooter. Just the repetitiveness of his shot right now with ease. But I think that's a great story. The guy that just made himself into a terrific college shooter.
Well, his season high is 23. Had that against Wagner. He's in double figures for the 10th time in 12 games. Career high was 30 against Marist when he was at Canisius. Hit 9 of 10 threes in that game. Here's Jordan Geist. He'll run the point. Jonte Porter on the floor, along with Puryear, Tillman, and Robertson. Boy, another turnover for Geist. Andre Martin just shakes his head on the Missouri bench. Niemanen around the perimeter to Como. You think Como might have a big night here in Como.
You would, wouldn't you?
There's a takeaway by Porter. Geist. Jonte Porter. Too strong. Long rebound out to Harris. Despite the fact that Missouri is shooting 68%, this is a 9-point game.
Well, your guy Como just got to the rim as quick as you can. He exploded from up top and got a downhill drive going.
Long rebound out to Holyfield.
That was a foul. That was a foul.
Maybe a couple of them in that.
Holyfield got smoked at the rim on the shot.
Boy, you could see Kyle Keller on the far side thinking along the lines of you, Jimmy.
I mean, it just looked like a ton of contact all over his body.
The Lumberjacks will have the basketball. Tillman to the bench. A couple of substitutions. Handler and Harris on the floor. Geist. Robertson heading to the bench.
Maybe if you're Stephen F. Austin, you're just hoping for about a 3 or 4 minute stretch that Mizzou doesn't knock down shots. Because you're getting your shots, you're getting turnovers. You just need just a little bit of a gap right now to tighten this thing up.
Bogues trickles it over the front of the iron.
He just goes and makes plays. Kyle Keller has learned to let Bogues take some hard shots because that's his game. He can make tough twos as well as anybody in that Southland Conference.
6-0 run by the Lumberjacks. Jonte Porter. And a turnover by Missouri. That is number 15.
Yeah, Bogues just gets Barnett in a foot race, and Barnett falls asleep and tries to chase him out. He's chasing instead of defending, and Bogues makes him pay.
13.5 minutes to go in this game, and already Missouri with one more turnover than their season average. And a hold, Van Leer on a cutting Ty Charles.
What Missouri has to understand, they're up against a team that has a lot of dog in it, and I mean that as a compliment. They have a toughness and a fight and an edge and a competitive spirit about them that Missouri maybe hasn't seen all season long, with the exception of that West Virginia game.
Bogues elevates, buries it off the inbound.
So Kyle Keller has gone to him now. Back-to-back baseline out of bounds plays, knowing he can get himself open.
Down to 5. And a foul against Missouri underneath. I missed it. That'll go against Jonte Porter. That was screened by a couple of guys. I didn't see what he did.
I didn't either. Whether the moving screen He goes down the lane to set a screen. And
boy, you see that play so often. I mean, that's just like a common play, right?
It is, but I can see why the official called it too. He didn't come to a stop as a screener. He initiated contact as the screener.
That's one of those things. By the letter of the law, that is a foul.
Yep.
But how many times do we see that happen during the course of the game?
Lumberjacks doing a lot of driving to that paint right now, trying to get paint touches.
In and out. That one won't drop for Augustin. And it'll belong to the Jacks.
I would make sure I know where number 5 in purple is on this baseline out of bounds, because he has scored on back-to-back out of bounds plays. He might try to dial his number one more time.
He comes around a screen. This time he's covered by Robertson. They give it to Gilmore. Gilmore strong to the basket. Boy, Augustin got caught up in the air and had nowhere to go. Harris back the other way. Little scoop shot, no good. Tillman.
How impressive is the running speed of Tillman and the effort to be there? Because Harris brought that thing off of a blaze up the floor, and Tillman was right there to clean up the miss. You don't win games at home or on the road. You win games in the paint, on the glass, and at the free throw line. And that's a great example of a guy winning a ball game for you on the glass.
Tillman 10 points. He's hit all 5 of his shots. Here's Gilmore. Connect. Guarded by Geist. Holyfield. Well, you can tell he's itching to get some points.
They're trying to get paint touches now with possession.
Ooh, what a block by Tillman. Charles. Step back 3. No good. Rebound to Tillman.
I wish he would have drove it. He had the whole side cleared out. Had a chance to get to the rim.
Barnett can't complete the play. Here's Holyfield.
Good player. They don't come with a double. Missouri does not come down on doubling in that short corner area. And because he can go by you off the bounce, they back up just a little bit, giving space, and he knocks it down.
Barnett. Geist, rebound. There's Holyfield to come away with a basketball. Long outlet pass. Almost intercepted by Robertson. Instead, it's a layup on the other end from Leon Gilmore.
The game is scrambled right now, and that is in favor of the team from the Southland Conference that came in with a 10-1 record and has a chance to win about 27 or 28 games this year. Conzo knows it. The flow of this game, although they like to play fast, the flow of the game, because there's no smooth rhythm to it, the Lumberjacks are flying high and chopping wood.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about tradition. My favorite tradition? You shouldn't have. Exchanging gifts. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
Each day, Justin chooses to walk. At work and after work. He does it all with Dr. Scholl's. Only Dr. Scholl's has massaging gel insoles that provide all-day comfort to keep him feeling more energized. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
The Heisman meets top dogs in the SEC. And the rematch, Part 3, the college football playoff semifinals, New Year's Day on ESPN.
So, the General can insure almost any car and any driver?
We sure can.
You know, I wasn't sure about the General when I was younger.
Well, we provided low-cost auto insurance for more than 50 years.
Hey, I'm not that old.
At the General, monthly payments are low with immediate online proof of insurance.
Get your anonymous online quote with low payments and ride with the General.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Sometimes you feel the need to take a smellfie. Hanes wants to end the smellfie. Those quick self-sniffs to check the old smell levels. But this thing we've all done doesn't need to be a thing. There's a smart way to stay fresh. Hanes, with Fresh IQ advanced odor protection technology. Bonus packs while supplies last.
Boston has cut this down to 3. How they've done it.
They've been the more aggressive team. You're going to see some jump shots being made, but they have started attacking the paint. Again, I talked about it. You don't win games at home or on the road. You win games on the glass, in the paint, and getting to the free throw line. And right now, that in the paint part of that equation is definitely in Kyle Keller in the Lumberjack system.
Those guys are ready to go over there. Stephen F. Austin Huddle coming off a win over LSU. Their only loss this year to Mississippi State, a team that's 9-1. They lost 80-75 to the Bulldogs. But of course, trailed big at LSU in the first half by 14. Came back to win that at the buzzer. And tonight, trailed by as many as 13 here in the second half with just under 18 to play.
There is no go away. There's no go away from Stephen F. Austin.
Team expected to win the Southland Conference. Matter of fact, they won it 3 years in a row before giving way to New Orleans last year. But everybody thinks with 4 or 5 starters back, this is the team to beat.
Yeah, it's a great job. It's a community that really supports that campus. Matter of fact, the day that they beat LSU, they're having their mid-year graduation exercises. The president was the speaker, and halfway through his speech, the crowd started cheering, and he announced the score that it's been a great day here at graduation and a great day in Baton Rouge as we've taken down the LSU Tigers. That's huge considering how close those two campuses are.
Here's Harris. 3 on the shot clock. Might have been blocked, partially blocked. That'll be a shot clock violation before it went out of bounds. So it'll belong to Stephen F. Austin.
Boy, a lot of that possession by Missouri was dribbling around the three-point line with pressure on him. That ball was certainly tapped.
Here's Connect being hounded by Harris. Harris a little too aggressive. He'll pick up the foul.
Why would you do that? Why would you foul 36, 37, 38 feet away from the basket?
Because you're a freshman.
Because you're a freshman. I understand your competitive spirit and your heart and all those things, but you got to play with discipline. Got it.
Harris with the steal. And a foul on Connect. That'll send Harris to the free throw line as Connect picks up his third.
Just a really lazy bad pass by Harris as the out-of-bounds trigger guy. There's no screen set. You're just expecting your guy to pop out, and you have to make sure of your read.
Connect, I think, thought he had a clean block here. You see his left hand gets ripped away from the basketball.
There's not much, though, is there?
And Harris converts them both. Harris at the free throw line. He is now 7 out of 10 on the year. Ten minutes to play in a 5-point game.
We talked about at halftime, can Missouri continue to shoot the ball at that high rate? Well, the answer is no. They started 7 out of 7 from 3, and now they're 3 out of their last 12.
Numbers don't lie, do they?
No. So what does that tell you? Get the ball to the painted part of the floor right now if you're Missouri. Let your size take command in this basketball game.
And a timeout taken by Missouri. That'll leave the Tigers with just 1 timeout. They kick off the new year with the college football semifinals on ESPN. If you don't know by now, let me tell you, it'll be number 3 Georgia, number 2 Oklahoma. They'll start things off in the Rose Bowl at 5 o'clock Eastern time from Pasadena. Then it's number 4 Alabama, number 1 Clemson, in the All-State Sugar Bowl from the Superdome in New Orleans. Both games streaming live on the ESPN app. Going to be a great day of football on ESPN.
You know, it's possible Oklahoma could have the college football player of the year in Baker Mayfield and the college basketball player of the year in Trae Young. And I believe the only time, or I know the last time it happened was also at Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure with Sam Bradford on the football side and Blake Griffin on the basketball side.
I think certainly Baker Mayfield certainly had some worthy moments on the field, had some moments off it as well.
Yeah, he did. But you know what? If you're a coach and you're one of those 4 teams, you take him for sure. Because that dude is about winning games.
He's a playmaker. Harris trying to make a play and gets it to Phillips. Shot clock at 2, gets the shot off.
That is huge in a tight ball game like that. To throw one in at the shot clock when you absolutely ran no offense whatsoever. None. Nothing resembled offense that possession for Missouri.
Jimmy, I hear coaches, and you probably said it, sometimes you just got to make a play.
Every once in a while you have to make a play. That was a push-off by Kennett to get open.
Inside to Bogues for the throwdown.
He's a big-time athlete. He's a Power 5 conference athlete playing in the Southland Conference, number 5 in purple. And now Kyle Keller goes back to that 3-2 zone. Can they rebound out of it? Is the question right now.
Per year, left-handed shot won't go. And Tillman had his hands on it for a second. It'll belong to the Lumberjacks.
Kennett again, just a really good pass. This is actually below the rim. That's hard for a guy to take it below the rim and then get it up and through the rim. And great hustle by Harris. He drove the ball with nowhere to go. And the shot that goes down by Phillips is huge. Remember those 2 points when we get towards the end.
Stephen F. Austin, by the way, they are plus 15 on average, winning points in the paint against their opponents. They are plus 20 tonight against Missouri.
Because they're aggressive. It's not because of their dominating size. It's how they attack that lane.
Carry the basketball. We'll give it back to Missouri. It's got to be nice for Conzo Martin to be able to interchange his guards so frequently. A lot of guys can handle the ball for him. Robertson with the task now. Phillips in the corner. Robertson takes it himself and turns it over.
Where were you going? He had no idea. I will answer the question for him. Where were you going? I have no idea.
Holyfield couldn't make him pay, however. Phillips back the other way. Pull up. That's a 2. Foul on the inside, and that'll go against Jonte Porter. 66-61, 7:40 to play here at Mizzou Arena. A good one on our hands. Stay with us.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on. Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
My name's Ryan Burke. I'm the head cider maker at Angry Orchard. Apples are to cider what grapes are to wine. There's at least 6,000 apple varieties. There's so many different characteristics. What's really special about Angry Orchard Crisp is that it's a cider all about balance. Some tannin, some acid, and some sweetness in a finished cider makes a great cider.
I excel under pressure.
I excel at standing out.
I excel for the encore.
I excel at protecting the line.
I excel at any key. Oh, yeah.
I excel when it counts.
At the drop with soul.
To bring the crowd to their feet.
Time to excel.
DXL.
DXL.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Zales. 'Tis the season to save and sparkle more than ever. And Angry Orchard Hard Cider, naturally refreshing.
Great look here in Columbia, Missouri, as we bring you tonight's Game Track, brought to you by Zales. Missouri shooting 57%. Hey, a few minutes into the second half, they were at 70%, and they've knocked down 10 three-pointers.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. If you're Stephen F. Austin, you're just thinking those shooting numbers from Missouri are going to slide back to more of a normal percentage, and we're in this ball game. That's exactly what's happened. And you look at Missouri with 18 turnovers. Their season high is 20, and that was against West Virginia, which was one of their 2 losses.
And plays
very similar. Very similar.
Well, let's see what Missouri will do out of this timeout as Holyfield will step to the free throw line. The young man has been somewhat quiet tonight. The junior out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, came in averaging 15.5 points per game. He has been a quiet 12. 86% free throw shooter. That is 3rd in the Southland Conference to this point. By the way, he also knocks down 47% of his threes.
Yeah, it's that versatility that we drew up on the whiteboard in the first half, our chalk talk. And he's done all those things. He's been a rim scorer. He's knocked down threes. He's made plays off the bounce, getting an angle on you, and he's creeping towards his 16-point average so far in this game.
And you haven't really noticed his points like you do Como or Harris.
This is a very efficient, very quiet, efficient game. You'll have an open look. There it is.
And Phillips. Offensive foul. Barnett knocked home the 3, but the offensive foul will wave it off.
The ball went to the high post, and Phillips, you know what? Phillips made a good decision to not shoot a bad pass, because the pass was thrown at his ankles. Had it been a good pass, he would have had an open 3. But you don't shoot a bad pass, and Phillips had to drive because of it.
Harris. Holyfield sent a nice screen and couldn't hit him on the little roll. Now Augustin gets it to Holyfield. Faces up on the freshman Tillman. They don't double, and Tillman makes a foul, and that'll be number 4 on Jeremiah Tillman.
That's a hard call to go against Tillman, but I think it's the right call. At the very end, Tillman steps in with his chest, I believe. Watch right here. Holyfield's going to go up. And watch the white jersey step in right there. That little bump at the end, bumping the shooter on the way up, that's the proper call.
Yeah, it's a simple, it gets kind of up under him,
right? But you're disrupting that shooter as he's up off the floor.
Crowd didn't like it. Holyfield makes him pay at the free throw line. To my knowledge, they haven't really doubled down low on Holyfield.
They have not. They have not. Kyle Keller got into Holyfield yesterday's practice over a 4-hour period 15, 20 times. And every time, just like that, he got into him, and every time Holyfield said, "Yes, sir," and went right back to work. You win with guys like that. They have one agenda. What does it take for us to win a game?
Robertson and a foul. That'll go against Stephen F. Austin. And a sarcastic cheer here inside Mizzou Arena.
Yeah, contact all over the shooting wrist and the shooting arm.
Robertson, 80% at the line, knocks that one home. He's up to 17 points. Chad on the floor. And Bogues will head to the bench.
We need every one of them from that charity strike for both teams right now.
Well, Missouri has been fantastic. They are 16 out of 17 at the line.
Well, how about that? That's how you win tight, close ball games, when you continue to give it to the other team about every 3 or 4 possessions.
net. Entry pass to Holyfield, working on Porter. Off the net. Gets it up on the rim, that won't go. And Harris there scrapping for it, and then it's taken away by Gilmore, but a foul.
Well, I like the patience, though, and really the determination by Stephen F. Austin on offense. Cannot settle for a jumper, pound that thing to the paint. Harris came in, probably got away with climbing over the back. But they continue to be the most aggressive team on the floor. Now, Missouri has caught up in that who's the most aggressive team battle over the last 3 or 4 minutes. But the guys in purple still have a little bit of an edge, in my estimation.
I would say the intensity level has risen here in the last couple of minutes. Gilmore will pick up another. That's number 3 on Gilmore.
There's been 5-6 times Stephen F. Austin has fouled at the 38 to 40 foot mark on the floor. Not what they want to be doing.
16 fouls now against Stephen F. Austin. That's pretty good here with 6 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, especially for them.
Robertson picks up his dribble again. Gets away with it this time. There's a takeaway. Harris leading the charge. 3-on-1. Gets it to Como for the layup.
What a pass in transition. The ball almost kind of exploded out of his left hand, but he got it to the guy, and it's a 1-point game. They are getting multiple traps right now. Stephen F. Austin is on the defensive end. It's not just one trap per possession.
Almost another takeaway, and then a foul against Stephen F. Austin, and things are getting chippy here inside Mizzou Arena.
Watch right here, the ball kind of almost popped out of his left hand. And a great attack by Como. Harris is just a terrific playmaker. A big 6'6" guy that's bringing it down with speed and transition, making the right read.
Is it my imagination, or have things gotten more intense in the last couple minutes?
Yes,
here?
They have. Yes, even between you and me, I feel it a little bit.
It is turned into a physical ball game.
Well, neither team is going to back down from that type of a fight. If nothing else, Conzo Martin has brought that type of fight and toughness into his program, and Kyle Keller is building it with that same foundation with a lumberjack.
And they just look at his guys and says, "Don't foul."
Well, you better own your spot on offense, because defensively they are giving you nothing on either end.
Oh my goodness! Holyfield throws it down.
That is owning your spot on offense. Wow. I told you that kid around the rim, his versatility, his toughness.
And an offensive foul on a moving screen against Phillips.
Watch Holyfield roll out of it and then go off at 2 feet. That way there's no one-footed finesse, nothing about that. That was a 2-footed. Oh.
You know, we said there was some quiet. He's been kind of quiet. He's not quiet.
No, he's once he got 17 or 18 now.
Holyfield has 18 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists.
He sent a message. That's only worth 2 points, but it's worth more than that mentally for Stephen F. Austin.
Another foul. And that one will go against Puryear.
Holyfield sets the screen, he holds it. And although number 1 rotates over, he's too small to bother. It's a great job of getting his feet under his shoulders and exploding at the rim. Just the 2 benches right now. Just look across right now. You look at one bench down here in purple. The coaching staff is up. They're active. They're on fire. They're alert. They sense a chance right now to do it one more time like they did at LSU. And the other bench, Missouri, has a lot of concern, a lot of quiet stares of, can we hold on right now?
Well, they were up 13 in the second half, and we are now dead even with 4:46 to play. Holyfield will take a break probably till we have our under 4 timeout. Well, you called it coming to the gym this morning. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. When you do a Stephen F. Austin game, you're in the gym about 12 out of 15 hours. I've learned.
Good thing you're a gym rat.
Yeah, it is. And I brought some snacks.
quarter. And Robertson. The tap is good. Puryear will get credit for that basket.
Yeah, but really Robertson, because of being fearless to attack the rim and get it up on the rim, allowed the big to come in and finish it up. Missouri 37% on the offensive glass on the year. That's a high percentage, even on the national level.
Wilmore, ball fake. Shot clock at 5. Harris, 2. That's a shot clock violation. Timeout on the floor. Making some noise inside Mizzou Arena.
Turn up your swagger game with One-A-Day Men's. A complete multivitamin with key nutrients plus B vitamins for heart health. Your One-A-Day is showing.
As a person who loves the finer things, this holiday season, I've asked for a luxurious new Buick SUV. Fingers crossed.
Ring in the holidays with Buick. Get up to 25% below MSRP on most 2017 luxury SUV models. That's almost $7,400 on this Buick Enclave leather. Experience the new Buick this holiday season for remaining 2017s.
I saw the change in Rich when we moved into the new house, but having his parents over was enlightening.
You don't like my lasagna?
No, it's good.
Here, blow. Blow on it.
You see it, right?
Is there a draft in here? I'm telling you, it's so easy to get home insurance on Progressive.com.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto.
Now, JR, everyone knows why you're called X Factor.
Yeah, I'm unpredictable.
But not everyone knows why you're called JR.
Stands for Junior.
Jump Shot Ron.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jump Shot Ronald.
Stands for Junior.
Really? It's Junior. I mean, I get it, but you don't want to jazz that up?
No.
Something more fun? All right, guess it's Junior.
Do the Jacks have another dagger in them? Scramble for the ball with 10 seconds. They get it to Cadet underneath, and he puts it in with 6 seconds. No timeout called here by the Tigers. Here comes Waters. Waters inside to F, blew the layup, and Stephen F. Austin has pulled off the upset, their first ever win against an SEC team.
So what's at stake? Stephen F. Austin trying to pick up their second win against an SEC school. Missouri trying to stay perfect here at home. Came in 6-0 in this young season.
They believe. Stephen F. Austin believes they're going to win this game. That belief may have been shaken a little bit had LSU made that shot at the end. And by the way, that was a much more difficult shot than what most people realize by Epps. A bad angle, was on his wrong foot. But still, Stephen F. Austin got the win at LSU. And now they have a truckload, a boatload of confidence they can do it one more time.
Guys will head to the free throw line. As that foul is whistled against Stephen F. Austin. Neiman in, and that'll be his fourth. Boy, Missouri has just been dynamite at the free throw line tonight. They are 18 out of 19 at the stripe. And in a 2-point game.
That's huge.
Yes.
You know, Missouri, though, they didn't get into the bonus till maybe 2 or 3 minutes ago. So Stephen F. Austin, as aggressive as they've been in the second half, much better at defending without fouling and not letting Missouri get to that charity line, you know, with 10 or 12 minutes to go in the bonus. There's tough, and then there's last 3 minutes of a close game tough. we're going to find out which team has that kind of a guy.
Gilmore off to Augustin. Holyfield back on the floor. They'll get it to him. Nice catch. They'll connect. He just can't get any looks at the basket. Finally squares up. Two guys in his face and buries him.
Same thing he did at LSU. He knocked down a shot right in front of their bench with about a minute to go that gave him the lead.
And that was 7. Here's Porter. Now to Tillman. Jonte working on Holyfield. Good ball movement. Robertson, ball fake, buries it.
How good was that, Dave? To allow the defender who came on a bad high closeout to sail past him and have the presence to gather himself with a shot.
21 now for Robertson.
That was great poise under pressure.
Gilmore stopped by Porter. He pinned it on the backboard.
Porter is averaging 1 block every 10 minutes that he plays. That's a high ratio.
Robertson got it again.
Yeah, we might have just identified one guy that has that last 3 minutes of a close game toughness, and it might be number 3 in white.
Five quick points by Robertson.
Well, terrific job again by using the free throw stripe as a yield sign. What do I do with the ball at the free throw stripe? The traffic will tell you what to do. He knocked down a tough 2. The possession before that, he drains the 3 ball from the corner.
Hey, can't overlook the block shot either by Jonte Porter.
Porter again, 1 block shot every 10 minutes that he plays. He goes up and gets it with his left paw, keeps his body off the offensive player. That's a really high block percentage for a kid that young and understanding how to move his feet and to be there. He's probably blocked Michael's shot a few times. So Michael ain't gonna admit that one.
Michael, his older brother on the bench, unable to play. There he is. All smiles right now because it's a 6-point Missouri lead. 2 minutes to play.
These are 2 very good basketball teams that will both be in the NCAA tournament. They play the game the right way. They play together, they play tough, and they play hard.
Geist. Robertson, can he do it again? Not this time. The tap though almost went in. Barnett got his hand on it. Back the other way are the Lumberjacks.
Well, if he made it, the game's probably over, but he missed shoot and took a quick 3 and leaves the Lumberjacks with a chance.
Barnett. Holyfield. Augustin steps inside the arc. That won't go. And then a foul. And that'll go against Missouri. Somebody pushed off underneath. I think that'll go against Barnett. That'll be his second. And a couple of free throws coming up for Leon Gilmore. Gilmore at the line this year, 64%, came in 29 out of 45. I just am thoroughly impressed. You got to have a guy that has ice water in his veins, right?
Sure.
Robertson,
several of them. Yes. Yes, he's my so far close game, 3 minutes to go type toughness. A lot of bounces of the ball left in this one though.
1:16 to play. Gilmore calmly converts. 4 Lumberjacks in double figures.
You know the pressure's coming.
Yeah.
From Stephen F. Austin. Missouri, a 70% free throw shooting club overall. Right now, make him work. Make him work the entire time.
Geist picks up his dribble, gets away with it. And Porter. And a foul. That'll go against Aaron Augustin. And Geist to the free throw line. Guy's 71% on the year. That'll be 4 on Augustin.
That's it's either the 6th or the 7th foul by Stephen F. Austin, 40 feet from the rim. And so now you've got Missouri in a tight ball game. They've been able to go to the free throw strike more than you. It's not a huge advantage, but it's 4 or 5 times. It could be traced back to those times you fouled so far away from the rim.
Yeah, with 1:05 left,
yes.
Right? You just want to play defense.
That the guy did. They're trying to deny Geist. I get it, but Porter did a great job of being a pressure release when he got hung up in the backcourt.
Geist came in like he thought he missed it. These free throw numbers by Missouri, 21-22. They have outscored Stephen F. Austin by 8 at this point.
Yeah.
At the free throw line. Make it 9. Still 2-possession game. Off the mark, tapped around, connect with it. Spins right into Tillman. Augustin will line it up. Got it! 81-78 with 47 seconds to play.
Huge offensive rebound by Canet. Only 6'4", but comes up with a loose ball, and then Augustin does a good job of just a sidestepping to make the closeout defender hesitate just enough to give him a wide open look. He's a 42% three-point shooter, but boy, that's when the game's decided, and both coaches, they use that exact description. The game's decided when the ball's on the rim. And Stephen F. Austin comes up with the biggest one probably so far of their season to keep this thing within striking distance.
Last timeout for the Lumberjacks. Missouri with a timeout. Possession arrow does favor Stephen F. Austin in a 3-point ball game.
Well, if you're Kyle Keller, you're very aggressive right now, which is what that's who they are. They just continue to stay who they are. Looks like he's actually saying, when we get the ball back, this is what I want to run on offense. He's probably already talked about his defense. Now he's saying on offense, this is what I want. Conzo Martin on the other end, you have to tell your guys this. Expect you're going to be fouled. Don't expect to get the call. You be strong with that ball and own your spot, and at worst, get ourselves to the free throw line on this possession. You know the contact's coming. Don't look for a whistle and be a grown man right now with 47 seconds to go.
And of course, Stephen F. Austin with no timeouts. Both teams in a double bonus.
This will not be easy to get it in. Stephen F. Austin is going to face guard, and Gilmore with hard pressure on the ball.
They get it to Geist. Geist will walk it up. Canet defending it.
Boy, he has been a little shaky with a handle Geist has in this ball game with pressure on him.
Geist, shot clock under 10. Loose basketball. They're going to say a foul against Stephen F. Austin with 8 on the shot clock. Gilmore a little upset. I don't know if he's upset that he fouled him or upset that they called him foul.
Yeah, his instincts, their DNA is to try to get after every loose ball, but with 8 on the shot clock right there, he gets a slap of the hand on Porter. Porter has been a valuable pressure release in this game, Dave. He has bailed them out when guys have been hung up because he moves his feet and he's a big target with great hands.
Well, an 83% foul shooter just clanked one off the back of the rim in a tight ball game for the 18-year-old. First miss at the line this half for Missouri. They're 10 out of 11.
For Stephen F. Austin, you extend the length of this game right now. If you take a 3 and miss it, the game's over. You've got to drive this ball to the paint, get yourself to the free throw line. Don't settle for a bad force 3.
Harris, pull up 3. Got it!
Or settle for a bad force 3 if you're Harris.
And he drains it to make it a 1-point game. And a block foul. That'll go against Augustin, and that'll be number 5 on the sophomore.
Well, it's the old dribble handoff play that Bill Self ran at Kansas against Memphis in the national championship. Kyle Keller on that staff goes to the play. it's a dribble at a shooter and let him come off almost into another ball screen, but Harris just rose up and knocked it down.
Hey, don't forget Wednesday, 8 o'clock on ESPN and the ESPN app. We'll have the DXL Frisco Bowl between Louisiana Tech and SMU. Sonny Dykes, the era begins for he and the Mustangs as he'll take over for the bowl game and coach SMU. Skip Holtz, the Bulldogs, trying to defend the SMU Mustang high-powered offense. Here, it'll be Robertson to the free throw line.
Well, you've got an 80% free throw shooter trying to take this thing to a 3-point lead. And if it does, Stephen F. Austin with no timeout. Oh, man.
Oh, short-armed it.
So Kyle Keller has called a play, trying to get his guys' attention. He knows now we can either run the play for 3 or the play for 2.
We'll probably say run the one we ran at LSU.
They can run the play for 2 and win it.
82-81, under 10 seconds to go.
High flat ball screen. You got to get downhill off of it.
Loose ball, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2.7 seconds and a timeout, Missouri.
We talked all game long about Stephen F. Austin, how aggressive they are defensively. But Missouri's no joke on the defensive end either. A great job by Robertson. Again, that's the guy that showed me I have 3-minute-to-go toughness. He's knocked down shots, and he just made a huge defensive play. I don't know why Como didn't have the basketball bringing it up, though. That's the point guard and the playmaker that can do something off of a ball screen. That's not what Cadet does. I'm sure Kyle has the same question for his guys in that huddle. It's still not over, as crazy as it sounds.
Wow, didn't even get a shot up.
Side out of bounds.
Right here in front of our table here. They'll inbound the basketball, so an opportunity for a steal on this inbound pass. Remember, Stephen F. Austin, no timeouts remaining.
Yeah, and neither does Missouri. Yeah. So they've got to get the thing in. And if you're Missouri, you at worst you got to throw it into the backcourt. You cannot allow it to get a steal on Stephen F. Austin's end of the floor. You've got to get open. You've got to set a screen. You've got to expect Stephen F. Austin to put someone probably on the ball because you're kind of stuck on the side right here. You put LinkedIn, I expect 32 in purple to come bother the ball right now. He's a 7-footer that can take away vision. That's exactly what Kyle Keller's going to do.
Jovan Gruich comes in.
He's 7 feet tall, but I like what Konzo does. He puts his 6'11 passer as the initiator. He's open.
And they get it to Geis, and that will do it.
Very well done. Yeah.
What a ball game at Mizzou Arena tonight as Konzo, Martin, and company stretch their record to 10-2. Stephen F. Austin, they will fall to 10-2, but what a night of hoops inside this arena.
They have 2 really good teams. I mean, Missouri continues to show me I can trust them in all the key areas going forward into SEC play. Stephen F. Austin will be in the NCAA tournament, and they'll be about 27-2 when the bracket's released.
82-81 the final for Jimmy Dykes, our entire crew. I'm Dave Neal. Good night from Columbia. Road to the College Football Playoff presented by Allstate is next.